This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, an Odyssey station. Get that Odyssey app if you don't already have it on your phone, on your tablet, on whatever it is you get apps on. Because that's how you can check out the new Odyssey exclusive stations that are curated for listeners just like you.
You're a fan of Southern rock? Well, we got the music born and bred in the South. Nice slice of Americana. Enjoy that Southern rock. And then, of course, with the nice weather, you might be on a yacht. You might want to listen to some rock music that makes sense on a yacht. Of course, that would be Yacht Rock. The Jugger Yacht Rock station is just Jugger Yacht. It's all the notes that you could ever ask for.
Oh, yeah. And there's plenty more of these kind of stations, too. Just download the Odyssey app today. You also can listen to us on the Odyssey app. It's got all the audio that matters to you. That's Odyssey. AUDACY, Odyssey.
Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat mix, but it is Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, release that Kraken. In what, like a week, we will have a team-ish.
Yeah, a week from today, we'll be talking about all the players that they drafted from all the other teams because it's Wednesday night next week.
Oh, that is so cool. There's a bunch of parties going everywhere. I know what the Dixon Queen Anne is doing something.
Yep, they're going to section off the parking lot and have like a big party to watch it. Gasworks is going to have a bunch of projection screens, both for the people at the park and the people in the water on Lake Union, so you can watch it that way.
Nice.
Bunch of bars. Of course, the Angry Beaver, our hockey bar. They're going to have the draft coverage happening over there and plenty of other places as well. If you go to Kraken's website, they've got a list of places, or just watch it at home on ESPN2.
Nice. That works. Lots of ways to do that. Let's get to our contestant today. We got John in Port Orchard. John, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye.
Sploosh. For those playing at home, John will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. John, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Including the end zones, how long is an NFL regulation football field?
100 yards.
No.
106 yards.
No.
108 yards.
No. Who had the early 70s song Crocodile Rock?
Elton John.
Yes. Which European automaker opened the first foreign plant in the U.S.?
Volkswagen.
Yes. The Himalayas are located on which continent?
Europe.
No.
Asia.
Yes. What group had the hit song titled Spice Up Your Life?
Spice Girls.
Yes. Which post-apocalyptic role has Tom Hardy and Mel Gibson both played?
Mad Max.
Yes. What old Massachusetts town is nicknamed which city?
Salem.
Yes. Who was Bart Simpson's favorite cartoon duo?
Itchy and Scratchy.
Yes. In what movie did Denzel Washington appear in as Alonzo Harris?
Philadelphia?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
I forgot that he was in that movie.
Which movie?
Philadelphia.
Oh, I did
forgot.
He was?
Yeah, I think he was the lawyer.
Oh, I just know
for Tom Hanks.
I just know Tom Hanks is in it because, I mean, I've used it as Beat Mix questions.
Am I right about that, John? Was he the lawyer representing Tom Hanks?
Yes, I believe so. It's been a while since I saw it.
Yeah, it's been. I totally forgot about that one. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Forgot about Denzel in that bad boy. He was good in that too. And like you said, Tom overshadows everybody as far as memory goes for that movie. But I forgot he was in it.
Oh, that's a Beat Mix question I can use at a later date, right?
Yeah, you should, buddy.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
You got it.
Steve's back. Yes. Are you ready to answer questions?
Release the Kraken.
Including the end zones, how long is an NFL regulation football field?
Oh, man. 120 yards.
Yes. Who had the early 70s song Crocodile Rock?
Elton John.
Yes. Which European automaker opened the first foreign plant in the U.S.?
Volkswagen.
Yes. Nice. The Himalayas are located on which continent?
Africa.
No.
Europe.
No.
Asia.
Yes. What group had the hit song titled Spice Up Your Life?
Spice Girls.
Yes. Which post-apocalyptic role has Tom Hardy and Mel Gibson both played?
Mad Max.
Yes. What old Massachusetts town is nicknamed which city?
Salem.
Yes. Who is Bart Simpson's favorite cartoon duo?
Itchy and Scratchy.
Yes. In what movie did Denzel Washington appear in as Alonzo Harris?
Training Day?
Yes. Who made the song A Boy Named Sue popular in 1969?
Johnny Cash.
Yes. And Steve, you get a perfect 10.
Wow.
And you win. Yes. Wow.
Sorry, John.
I'm glad I could drive you to that, Steve.
Thank you. You were my inspiration.
Man. That's a beat stick right there.
Wow, yeah. A couple of those I felt you guessed, but you scored really well on. So, I mean, you get it right, you get it right.
Right.
Thank you, Asia.
I know you didn't guess Antarctica. Congratulations.
That was going to be my first guess. I was like, come on, Steve, that's just a dumb guess. Like, let's not waste our guesses on this one.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you, BJ.
And congrats on that perfect 10, man.
Felt good. I needed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes you need those victories in life, man.
All right. All right, so there's a new survey that I'm very surprised. Asked people if they'd want to go to the moon. And they said, look, if your safe return to Earth could be guaranteed, would you want to go to the moon? So that's important. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get back okay. How about 42% of the people said they would turn it down and only half of us would go? I would totally go if I knew I was going to get back safe.
You know, honestly, I think I might be part of the 42%. Just because you're a big fan of space and stuff. It's sci-fi and things like that. But, like, it's cool. I mean, there is a part of me I wouldn't mind seeing, like, the perspective of the Earth from that view. But like, it also just seems like it's going to be just very time consuming. And I just got a lot of things going on in my life.
Time consuming.
No,
He's a very busy person.
Wow.
Honestly, though, I'm with you, Steve, because I was thinking the same thing. It's like, it's one of those things that sounds cool,
yeah.
But then when you actually have to, like, oh God, there's a lot that goes into this.
Like, for instance,
I'm good.
And I know some people are going to be like, oh, I can't believe you passed up. I've passed up going in the Blue Angels. And I know that it would be an incredible experience. But like, I was just like, it's a long day. I just got off of work. I got to go down over here. I got to wait a few hours. Like, you know, I mean, when you get up so early, it's like, I don't want to be stuck in traffic after this. Like, these are and then also, I'm like, I might puke in there.
Oh, yeah, you probably will puke in there.
That's the only thing that would turn me down from the Blue Angels is the fact that I might throw up. Otherwise, I would have done it.
Yeah,
myself.
The puking part was like that definitely. Yeah. I should put that towards that. I'm burying the lead. That's a big part of it. I don't feel like puking in a plane. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yeah, it sounds like it'd be an incredible experience. And I'm sure if I did it, I would look back and be like, I can't believe I would have even thought of passing this up. But I feel the same way about going to space. Like,
See, yeah. I figure that, and maybe because I don't have as many of the responsibilities that you and Danny have, it makes sense. My life, I don't feel like is as busy because I don't have to manage children.
Right.
And I would just admit, I would think that I'd be taking time off. It's like, I would get some vacation time to do this, so I wouldn't have to worry about all that stuff, like traffic or whatever. I feel like I'd Uber my way there and, and Uber my way back. And I would 100% want to go. Because, I mean, the idea of feeling weightless and weightlessness, that's a cool thing. And then to be able to bounce around on the moon where the gravity is not as intense as our gravity, which means you can jump. And, I mean, that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, I want to know what that feels like. That would be cool.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. If it was very convenient for me, yes, I'll do it. Kind of a thing.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like you. They just don't want to go to the moon. They go, I got no interest in going to the moon.
Vicky, would you go?
I would, but I'm nervous that like every little thing now that I've gotten older makes me nauseous. I was pushing my little brother on the swing, and that made me nauseous. Like any little weird motion
Yeah,
thing.
you shouldn't go on the moon.
And I was like, I'm just going to puke on everyone.
Wow, you have really become an old lady. This is unbelievable.
It's not fair.
But some have a good point. Hey,
wow.
when you like to see vomit float in zero gravity, Steve?
That's why I'm going.
Oh, there we go. Had
Kind
thought
of
about
throw
that.
it at people.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to see that.
Now this texture's brought up a situation that maybe it will make me want to go to the moon, BJ.
What's that?
Because imagine this, Steve. You, Gritty, tripping balls on mushrooms, sitting in the moon together.
Oh, well, see, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, if I could bring Gritty, I'll never say no.
So Gritty's
anything.
always your ride or die partner. Is that the idea? Ride
Yes.
for life, whatever it is.
Yes, I'm still holding out hope that the Kraken will draft him.
A lot of people say that the moon would be boring. A lot of people say they're scared, even though their safe return to Earth is guaranteed, which means I'm assuming that everything's going to be safe about this. Fear of flying, which, well, okay, if you got a fear of flying, there's nothing we can do for you because you got to fly to get to the moon.
Yeah.
Fear of heights,
Well,
which is interesting.
You're rather high.
yeah, but
I've
at that point you are so high that it doesn't matter. It's like when you're in an airplane and you're looking down. I don't like that. Just doesn't matter. It's like
I never get a fear of heights. I have a fear of heights, right? But I never get that in a plane.
But I bet some people do.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody probably does.
Yeah, claustrophobia, which I can see that's a thing for people. The fact that they're too old, I don't even know what that means. I mean, if they told me I was too old, that would suck. But me being the age I am right now, I still want to go. I want to go when I'm 80. I want to go when I'm probably, if I'm still alive at 90, I want to go. And then other people said there's no point. Well,
I mean, there's no point in anything if you think about it.
Okay, really.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. I mean, if
What's
you have
the
to have
point?
a point for everything in your life, I suppose then that's who you are and how you live. But there's a lot of us that do pointless things because it's just, why not? Just experience it. That's the point.
Every day.
Yeah. So I would love to go to the moon or just to go in space. It's an interesting thing. My friend Ryan, who runs a game company here in Seattle and is a very, very smart guy, he posted about how actually the space programs are really, as far as like the private stuff, really helping out a lot of people. Because folks go, why don't we do stuff to help out Earth? Why do they got to go on space and do their stupid joyrides for all the rich people? But he broke it down really cool by saying the amount of money that they generate for Earth people by doing something like this is incredible. All of the jobs created, all the stuff done, all the things produced, all the infrastructure that's done. I mean, he really was so smart, but I was like, wow, I didn't realize that actually, Bezos and Elon Musk and Richard Branson are actually doing a lot for people down here by taking these little joyrides.
Or so
it's
they
actually,
say.
Yeah.
Well, you look at his thing. I mean, he's just a random dude.
That's a personal thing. You and your friend Ryan, you can look at his thing all you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying he's a smarter guy than I am, and he pointed out all the stuff that's created by these guys of what they do. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this, didn't know any of this.
But are they doing it for that reason, or is that like a nice end result from what they're doing? But they're really doing it just because they're rich as F and they want to go to space.
Oh, I don't know why they're doing it themselves, their motivation. I'm just saying here's what's happening because they're doing it.
Gotcha.
Which is nice to think that good stuff is happening, even if they are just serving their own needs and rich as F.
BJ said something, and I think that for me, if I'm going to go to space, I better be going to the moon or to Mars. Like, I'm not just going to go orbit in space and then come back. Like, I think that would be so, like, a letdown. Like,
So you want to get out of the spaceship and step on the planet?
Heck yeah. Like, there has to be something that I want to do. Like,
yeah, you want.
Oh, then I definitely want to go to Uranus.
Excuse me. Whose anus?
There it is.
Uranus.
Yeah.
You can't step on Uranus.
Yeah, you really can't. It's, I think, a gas
It's a gas
planet.
planet.
Very,
You'll
very
sink in.
gassy.
Yeah, you die.
Well, I'll hold a chain or something like that.
Maybe one of the moons. Is that Uranus has some moons, don't they, Rev? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, probably there's moons.
I don't know. I know Saturn and Jupiter have moons, but I don't know.
I just wanna
and
dip my
judo is a martial art you can do very well if you're on the moon.
I just want to dip my toes on Uranus. That's all. Like, I don't have to fully go in it. Like, I could just.
You'll sink and get engulfed by Uranus.
But if I'm still sitting on the spaceship, like if the ship's got a little deck, and I just you know how you're sitting on a
hover
pool,
over?
and you let your feet go in the water, and you just kind of swing your feet
you go
in the
ahead
water.
and you hang your feet out in space, Steve, with no spacesuit. You go right ahead.
Damn, Uranus has 27 moons.
All right, there you go. So you land on the moon of Uranus.
I mean, I'm not gonna go float around, BJ. I'm gonna be buckled in.
But I don't think you can dangle your. I mean, you have to be in a spacesuit. I suppose.
Yeah,
sure.
no, of course I have my. I'm not going to have my bare feet.
But if you're close enough to get into their atmosphere, I think you're going to be in trouble. And otherwise,
you can't fly close enough to it without.
You really
getting
can't
unscathed.
do what you want to do. But I don't mean to ruin your dreams in science.
Well, then I'm not going.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to go anyway.
That's the line.
And I am here to ruin your dreams.
And you want to know what's really sad?
I would love to get a picture of me mooning Uranus.
Okay, that you can do. You can definitely do that. Well, see, why don't you stand on the moon of Uranus and moon Uranus?
Yes.
That you can do. They got 27 of them. All right, he's in for that.
27 different pictures.
Okay, then. This is a mission that costs skillions of dollars. For what reason? The rich guy Steve wanted to moon Uranus.
Man mission.
You know, I feel like people would be there'd be less backlash against me than like the Musks and the Bezos of the world if that was the reason why I did it.
You think?
Like, yeah, this guy's really not using his money wisely, but that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right, I hope you're right about that, because, I mean, I feel like sometimes the world doesn't have a sense of humor, but I think your idea, and you'd still be doing good stuff for people, according to my buddy. Maybe. All the money you'd be creating for jobs and stuff to be able to make this happen.
Maybe like 15 or 16% of the world will think it's cool, and the rest will hate it.
69%.
69%.
69%.
Yeah, we'll hate it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you guys, I'm so sad because I feel like by the time I'm 69, that would be 60 years after the man landed on the moon. I would have expected in 60 years, like at 9 years old, I really thought in 60 years we'd be probably out of our solar system. Like I was such a sci-fi kid. 60 years, we're going to do so much. And we really haven't done anything. I won't even be able to land on the moon probably at 69.
Oh, I mean, if you had $250,000 to blow, you could go to space.
I can go to space. You're right. I can do that. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're talking about, 8 years from now. Maybe stuff will happen. Maybe they'll have, it'll be easier and maybe less than $250,000 to do it. Don't quite have that lying around yet, Steve. I don't have that kicking around money. Damn. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about. We got your calls. We got your texts. At 920 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. All right, you get to speak. But remember, Steve gets to make a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gang you.
Gang you?
Gang you.
Wow. I don't think we're going to gang anybody. I don't know what that means. That's not, no.
Well, Danny and I will.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cracking gang.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Cracking gang for life.
This is all leading to the wrong place for me. Okay, fine. All right. Well, anyway, yeah. So be interesting or get ganged.
It's a gang. Gang.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Wow. Are you okay? Do we need to call medical assistance?
Yes.
All right.
Please.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So you just texted in, what do you do better when you're drunk? this radio show.
Oh, Sing.
Sing, that's a good one.
I destroy it at karaoke when I'm hammered.
Yeah, he does.
Is it true that do you think you do better, or do you actually do better?
No, he does.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You probably looser.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm okay with getting up in front of a bunch of people that I don't know and just singing the songs that I do know.
Because you've done good at all of our contests that we've done at like Live Day and stuff.
Aw,
so
thank you.
yeah, so I was wondering like, well, you do a good job anyway, but even better.
Shots during that broadcast.
That's what it is.
And also his song choice when he's drunk is a lot better. I remember one time when we were in Atlanta, I think, and we went to do karaoke, and Rev throws on Gorillaz, and I was just like losing my mind. Like, Rev is doing Gorillaz. This is amazing.
I can destroy Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Is that the I'm happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. You haven't seen it until Rev does it.
Yeah, we got to see that.
You're pretty close there, Steve.
Wow.
You can be my backup on that part.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll harmonize with you.
All right, Vicky, how about you? What do you do better when you are drunk?
Funny enough, given my my sexual activity in my 20s, I'm actually really bad at flirting, especially if I like somebody. It's easy to like jokingly flirt with people you're not interested in, but if I actually have a crush on someone, I can't flirt for the life of me. I can't give anybody my number. I get too nervous. I can't do it. However, a few drinks in me, I'm like, you're cute. Here's my number. I have no problem flirting once I'm drunk.
I feel like the ice has been broken a lot better when you have a few drinks and you're like kind of a little bit more looser and you can just kind of say whatever.
And if they say, no, thanks, I got a girlfriend or I'm not interested, like the rejection hurts less.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool, next guy. You want my number? Hey.
I'm trying to think of like playing darts. I think I'm better drunk.
Playing darts?
Yeah.
Throwing a pointed object.
Yes.
You actually are better at it when you're all right.
Yeah. I think because I don't overthink it. So I'm just like shucking those things in with confidence. Like I feel like I would be good at throwing axes drunk, but they frown upon that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not really anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be.
Kicker is serving booze now.
Oh, can't wait to go back then.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm not gonna throw it at another human being. I'm gonna be responsible.
Well, if you're drunk, it's not
drunk
like
throwing axes.
You don't intend to hit anybody, but when you're drunk, sometimes you can.
No, it would take a lot of effort to hit somebody at one of those axe throwing places because like everybody stays behind a line.
All right.
I mean, unless you're like your buddy gets a little stupid and tries to like grab something before it's a circle. Sometimes you throw the axe and it hits the wall and it bounces back.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It won't make it back all the way, but I mean, I haven't seen that yet.
I've seen people, use a bowling ball and it goes the wrong way. That's what I'm saying is they
bowling drunk. I don't know if I'm better, but I don't care as much that I suck.
Okay.
I enjoy it more.
Yeah. How about you, Danny?
Breaking things.
Oh, you're
way
better at breaking things when you're drunk?
Oh yeah, I break a lot of things when I'm drunk, and it just is crazy.
So that's you're better at that.
I'm not really good at anything, so it's at that point it's not that much better.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. I tried playing guitar when I was drunk, and I thought it was going to be like really good, and then I saw a video of myself later. I was like, no, that's not.
Yeah, same. I can't play drums drunk.
Don't do that.
It's just I'm sloppy enough as it is sober. Like it's super sloppy.
Yeah.
So it's a dancing. I'm a way better dancer when I'm drunk.
Oh no.
I can see that. Again, there's a lot of
inhibitions. To dance when I'm drunk.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
When you dance like drunk, do you are you actually serious? Like, yeah, I'm going to get down and show my moves, or do you just go full on ridiculous, like the sprinkler? Maybe rolling the dice.
Yes.
No, I'm not a sprinkler kind of guy. I just kind of like bob. I'm like, I just kind of like punch the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bob my head. Yeah. It's basically I'm punching little people when I dance.
Oh, there we go.
So me.
Yeah.
Nikki, stay away from Steve.
This is why I don't dance with you.
It's good though if ever we get like a bar gets taken over by a bunch of like gang little people. And
you're ready.
Without even looking, I'm just throwing them.
Yeah, I see. All right, if that ever happens, we've got you as our line of defense.
And I bite the lower lip, and I don't really move my feet. That's the problem. Like I'm not or I just kind of like
bounce.
I overthink it, so I shuffle for a second on my feet, and then back to punching the little people.
There you go.
All right.
It's a move.
Shuffle and punch.
It's your move, and you own it.
I don't know what they call it though.
I don't want to even come up with a name. I think we could get in trouble. We'll just call it Steve's Dance.
Fair. So it's I'm a better conversationalist when I'm drunk.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm more flexible and more feel like I belong when I'm drunk. Because I have an issue, like, whenever I go anywhere with people, I feel like they don't want me here. I mean, that's always in my mind. Wherever I go is like, they don't want me here. And when I'm drunk, I don't have that going in my mind. So I feel like, oh, you know what? I have a right to be here just like anybody. And maybe they even want me here. Mm-hmm. So I end up being a lot nicer and not a jerk.
I know BJ's better at making girls cry when he's drunk.
Oh, he's the
Oh,
king.
yeah, those deep conversations.
Yeah.
I can still do it when I'm sober, though.
Yeah, but you're on another level when you're drunk. Because, like, you don't pick up on the social cue that was just not the question to ask.
Yeah.
But they're drunk, too. And they're
but
also...
they don't want to talk about their relationship with their father.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is that they kind of go down that road. You guys aren't there for the whole conversation, but they kind of open a drunk door like, well, I'm just not feeling, there's always an opening to go into that conversation.
Okay, maybe sometimes. I'm not going to say that.
But you guys aren't around for the whole conversation. You're always there for the aftermath.
I have Exhibit A, Boston. I think it was Boston. One of the places we went, and it was, I remember it was back in the single days, and we ended up chatting up some girls, and they're like, want to take us to a different bar, and we get on like the public transportation in that area, and BJ hadn't even talked to that girl. I was talking to her the whole time. He just leans in, puts his hands together, and kind of like Mr. Rogers on crack, and goes, tell me about your relationship with your father.
Oh, jeez.
And I looked at him like, what are you doing? Are you just intentionally trying to screw me over? Because if so, at least tell me.
You're right about that. I C-blocked a lot of people not realizing it. I had no idea that people were trying to make some moves. Because what am I doing? I mean,
I wasn't even positive to make moves. I was just happy to have some female presence. They want to take us to some bars or local, someone new to talk to. And then they left right after that. Yeah. It was just like her friend looked mortified. Clearly he struck a nerve. Yeah. And they were like, you know what? We're just going to call it a night. And I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So see, not every time is that you're picking up on something.
Yeah, you're right. I totally missed that one. But you know what? What are you bringing me to bars for? You should have sent me home.
That's a good point.
I mean, you know what?
Yeah, you really, really need to just send me home. If you guys want to go out and do the young bar people stuff, you can't have me there.
Then you should have left
seriously.
on your own.
But that's what you got to do, because I'm a married guy. Where am I going? I'm going to be your wingman. I'm a horrible wingman.
Clearly.
Yeah. But I don't even know that there's a wingman needed. I don't know what people are thinking. I'm just like, well, I'm assuming everybody's like me. Everybody's married. But obviously at the time you guys weren't. So, right. Yeah, I get it. So,
and everybody's got daddy issues that they want to share at like midnight on a subway.
Right. Well, that's what else am I going to talk to them about? I'm kind of like their father.
The freaking Red Sox.
Oh, believe me, that's even worse. I think we lost, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, anyway, don't bring me anywhere if you're trying to get action. Don't bring me. That's important. I'm not a good wingman.
So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Thank goodness.
Well, that's why you never have me around the house, though, because you'll never get action if you bring me around the house either with your wives. Yeah. Because I'll piss them off.
I have a headache. Why?
BJ. Yeah, guess what's going to happen for you, Steve? What? Nothing because of BJ. Don't bring him around ever again.
Right.
So when I'm drunk, Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Oh, hell yes.
And so we want to know about your kids. So maybe we should get Joe and Sarah into the house to talk about the things that they're better at when they're drunk. So that should be interesting. I'm trying to think of Sarah's going to be dancing, I bet.
I was going to say starting fights.
Oh. But see, these are things that you don't want to do sober.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean that's
breaking things, Danny. That's not like your goal in life is to break things when you're sober.
I don't know about that because I break a lot of things when I'm sober too.
Okay, okay then. Well, those are called anger issues. We should talk about those later. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how was your relationship with your father?
I don't have a dad, BJ. Jeez, way to go, BJ. Again, do you want to get off the subway?
Sorry,
I'll take you home.
Sorry, Steve. You're not going to get any action with Danny. I'm sorry.
Damn it. All right, Joe.
For me, it's Pop Shot. You know the basketball game you play at the arcade?
Yes.
I suck at that game. For whatever reason, being good at basketball doesn't translate to that game at all. I don't know why.
Right. Wait. Can we put a pause on that? Being good at basketball, like you're normal. Okay, I can't do it anymore. I mean, this is why I get in trouble.
Dude, it's funny you say that because this is many, many, many years ago. We were going to Portland, and I decided this is back in the ecstasy days, and we took it on the Portland train to get there, and we ended up at the Portland Sports Hall of Fame Museum or something, and they had a Pop-A-Shot. And so it was like a few of us from the work and a bunch of other people. All of a sudden, they just keep ringing this bell ringing, and it's going on and on and on. And then there's a crowd. I was so dialed in on Pop-A-Shot. I was hitting everything to the point where there was a crowd of people watching, like cheering on, like this was like a moment. And I'm talking to some people, like, yeah, blah, 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 and I'm just nailing them in the zone. And at one point, I finally looked at someone and I'm just like, I swear, if they just let you do ecstasy, I could probably be in the NBA, no problem.
Nice.
But they frown upon that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
So I feel you.
It's the same way. But there's a perfect level. Like, you got to be at that right drunk state where you're not really paying attention to anything. Like you said, you're kind of doing something else too, and your body's just moving.
You got that rhythm.
Yeah, and it's just like 2, 2, 2.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. It really is. And everyone thinks you're some sort of genius because you're like purposely looking cool doing it because you're not paying attention, when in reality, you just don't know where you are.
Sober, I'm embarrassingly bad. I didn't pop a shot.
Oh, really?
I'm always hitting the rim.
Oh, man, that sucks, too, because you're usually trying to impress someone when you're playing Pop a Shot, or you're battling against someone else.
My wife crushes me at Pop a Shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, well, hopefully Tatum gets those skills.
Mine or hers?
Your wife's.
All right, what about your daughter, BJ?
Alrighty.
The first thing that came to mind, and I don't know if it's true or not, I don't know if I want it to be true or not, but is having sex.
You're better having sex when you're drunk. Why would you tell that story with your father in the room?
So tell us about your father, Sarah.
It was the first thing.
How's your relationship with your father?
Obviously, it's really good. She can tell these damn stories while I'm in the room.
Did you really come in and like...
I mean, that's the first thing I thought of.
But you could have shared the second thing you thought of. You didn't have to go with that.
Well, I mean, kind of like Danny, I'm not really good at many things, but damn, when I'm drunk or wasted, I feel like I'm a porn star. Like I'm feeling I'm doing everything right. I want to get even freakier. And then the next morning, I am convinced it was like the best time ever.
Wait, DJ is looking the other direction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, J-Rubs has never been like, "Wow, last night was something else." But I'm always like, "Damn, that was fun." So maybe I should ask him if.
Yeah, what if he thinks it's the worst? And he's like, "I'd just rather you sober."
He honestly, that's very, very possible.
I think you're gonna say like dancing.
I mean,
I wish she would have said dancing too.
I'm good sober and drunk. I'm good all the time dancing. Let's get real.
Yeah, that's.
But I sprain my ankles more likely when I'm intoxicated.
You're really good at hurting yourself.
Sex. I'm like, wow, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
No one else gets that confidence and wants to do all the crazy things when they're drunk. And
look at the time.
This and that, and I know Vicky does.
No.
Yeah,
but she doesn't share it on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting next to her father.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you follow the lead of Vicky, which I never thought I'd ever say.
Someone just texted, I feel bad for you, BJ.
Thank you.
Hey, I wish I was better at more things, okay? I'm sorry.
I wish you were better at not talking about these things. That's what I wish you were.
I'll ask J-Rubs to confirm.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
Would you ask him tonight and then get back to us tomorrow?
At
dinner.
No.
For sure, I'll text him.
Tomorrow at 9:33.
No, we'll send an email. You don't got to tell everybody. You'll just send an email.
Should I have him call in?
I mean, if he's available.
Yeah, he would embarrass me probably.
Okay. Hey, look, it's listeners on the loose. That's what we're doing. You pick the topic, please, somebody. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls and more of your texts at 9:35 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I wanted to know, what do you feel, which movie has the best ending of all time? Ooh. Fight Club's pretty good, but we can't talk about that one. Honestly, that one's just great just because of when the Pixie song kicks in. It just...
Yeah.
No song has ever been used better, I feel.
And even the guy who wrote the book Fight Club even says that the ending to the movie's better than the book.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Is that Chuck Palahniuk?
Yep, Chuck Palahniuk. He said that was an even better ending.
I can't picture any other song working for that ending.
Yeah. Boy, the best ending to a movie ever. Wow.
What about with the hand getting cut off with
Empire Strikes Back?
Pan?
Yeah.
Let's say Peter Pan.
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan?
Yeah,
Well,
the
she's thinking Captain Hook.
hand gets cut
No,
off.
he's not a big Star Wars fan.
Are you thinking maybe Saw?
No, I was thinking Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't remember if it was Return of the Jedi or Empire, but obviously it's Return of the Jedi is when he comes back without the hand.
It's a great ending.
It's a great ending.
It's a super cliffhanger ending, and I can see that. That's a really good ending of that movie.
Rocky IV.
Well, yeah,
when he ends the Cold War. He ended the Cold War.
Whole Cold War was ended right there.
If we could get along,
Yeah,
and
there we
you
go.
could go along,
Okay.
all of us could go.
Yeah, that's it.
Sylvester,
There
is it
go.
you?
The masterpiece that is.
I mean, every Rocky movie is the best ending of all time, really.
Rocky V.
Everyone but Rocky V.
Thank you.
Yeah. that one's not even part of my Rocky world. It's not part of the Rocky universe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of movie endings. I mean, the Thelma and Louise ending was pretty amazing for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
That was unexpected.
And then when I said Saw, I mean it. Like the
Saw
reveal
was
at
so
the end of
good.
that one was so amazing.
I forget what happened. What happened at the end of that, the reveal?
It was Jigsaw was actually the dead body that was in there the entire time, and he was watching them do everything the whole time when Cary Elwes' character cut off his own leg.
That was so intense, man. And then when he did he got up, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah, he just slams the door shut on the other guy, and it's just like, that is amazing.
The first two Saw movies, because even the second one with Donnie Wahlberg, that one was really good too. And then after that, they kind of just went off.
As far as the ending, the ending of that Saw 2 was good too?
Because, I mean, the first one was better because of the first one, you didn't know that was going to happen.
You couldn't anticipate it.
Whereas, the second one, you kind of knew that they were going to, tie it all together at the end, but it still was really well done.
There you go. Nice.
Titanic. The boat sinks.
That was not a good ending.
You knew it was coming.
Well, I mean,
really
the way
good one.
I mean, the ending of Jack and what's her face?
Rose.
Jack and Rose, I suppose.
What's her face?
Good old Rose. Yeah, I guess that ending was probably, everybody talks about it. She had room on the door and still kicked him to the curb.
Yeah.
So
Or kicked him to the ocean.
A lot of texters are saying Usual Suspects.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, when you realize who Kaiser Sose really is.
And I mean, personally for me, the end of Infinity War with the snap was pretty fantastic.
That was pretty great.
I was going to say Endgame, even though it was heartbreaking. It was fantastic. But not Infinity War, 'cause that was worse.
All right, yeah. I mean, I could see how people, that was a good, I don't know if that's the best ending that I would put in a movie, but it was good.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh.
What was the ending of that?
The ending of Goonies.
I don't remember, really. I just felt like saying Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The ending of Goonies is good.
Yeah. And then Sloth becomes part of the family.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Mighty Ducks 2, Mighty Ducks 3.
Okay.
Okay, now
we're done with this conversation.
Okay, the ending of Miracle, the Disney movie about the U.S. Olympic hockey team.
that's a good ending.
Because it was just so awesome.
Yeah.
Like Goosebump City.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's really funny with movie endings. Are they as rewarding as maybe the whole movie? That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. And do you think what's better, a great movie that the ending was all right, or an all right movie but the ending was phenomenal?
The all right to a phenomenal ending,
right?
Yeah,
it's like that with everything. Like as long as you finish music, as long as you finish the song or the set on a high note. You can kind of forget everything. Wrestling too, you could have the drizzling S for a match, but if the final sequence and ending was just epic, then people forget everything else.
We said, was it the ending to the Bruce Willis M. Night Shyamalan movie that I always forget the name?
Sixth Sense was pretty good.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean, any surprise ending is good. So I suppose movies like that, yeah. And have you seen that trailer for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie?
No, I try not to watch M. Night movies anymore.
Yeah, really? I've given up on them?
I have.
It's a weird premise. It's like they go to the beach with their kids and then they come back and they age multiple years. They become adults within the span of a couple hours.
Yeah, it's got me. It's really got me okay, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird. So I might give it a shot. We'll see.
Yeah, it's called Old.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just trolling us.
Well, I mean, look, at first looks like they're going to go to the beach, have a wonderful time, and next thing you know, there's problems.
Yeah, it looks like it comes out next week.
There we go.
That sounds like a Black Mirror type of movie.
Kind of, right?
Or like a Twilight Zone-y type thing.
I mean, it's right up Shyamalan's kind of wheelhouse.
Yeah.
To do those kind of quirky, weird. Because I didn't like it when I first saw it, but then when I started thinking about it, it actually was that movie. What the hell was it? Where oh crap,
The Village.
The Village.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I can't remember the name of it, but that movie it wasn't the greatest movie, but when you really start thinking about that whole movie as a premise, that was really kind of clever.
Yeah,
it was just a well done idea. It was just Nothing. It would have probably been better like as like an hour show.
I think the problem.
You're absolutely right.
I think the problem with that movie was that a lot of people went in thinking that it was going to be like a horror type scary movie, and then when when everything's revealed, you're like, oh, like so. I think that a lot of people like me were disappointed at the time. However, now that I watch it back, it's like, oh, this is pretty good.
It's
like,
a
I get
really
it
cool
now.
movie. But yeah, you're right, because I think the expectations were so high because of Signs and The Sixth Sense.
Yep.
You're like, okay, Shyamalan's back and he's going to have another banger, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell are we watching?
Yeah. I felt that way as far as like it could have been just a shorter movie or an hour show would have been the Tomorrow War, because I just finally watched that, the Amazon Prime movie with Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, I never finished it.
Yeah, I finished it, and frankly, and I recommend everybody watch The Pitch Meeting by Ryan George on YouTube, because it's so awesome when you don't like a movie or you're disappointed, and then to see the Pitch Meeting funny video he does on it, which gives you vindication, like, all right, there's a reason why I didn't like this, because he's pointing out all the flaws of the movie in a very funny way. Yeah, it was a great concept, Steve. The concept of the Tomorrow War was really cool. And then it was just the execution was so bad. I just felt like, oh.
What did you think about the aliens? Like as visually, like
I didn't think they were as goofy as you thought they were. I could see how they could be terrifying. They were a little weird looking. I think here's the problem: you could see them. Usually, when you see all sorts of creatures, they try to make them in like dark scenes. But a lot of these alien scenes we saw like in like really like high light. So you got to, and sometimes anything that's creepy, it's like watching a superhero when you see them in the daylight. You know, they don't look as cool as they do at nighttime. Like seeing Batman walking around in the supermarket, it's different than seeing him like in an alley at night. And I think it was the same thing with those creatures. They probably would have been cooler if it was if it was always dark when we saw them.
I just texted you. Best movie endings. Gosh, you guys are so basic. LOL. Best endings that come to mind are Pascal Laugier's Martyrs and Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth.
I saw Pan's Labyrinth, and I forget what happened in the ending of that.
Yeah,
that
you and I will never be movie-going buddies.
Yeah.
We could probably see eye to eye on many other things, but I would not be like, yeah, let's go see Martyrs.
I forget what happened in Pan's Labyrinth. Like, why was that ending? That movie was confusing to me, to be quite frank. So, but you know, Doug Jones, I love, and he played the, I guess Pan, I guess is who he played.
And the texter is right, though. We are, especially me, I'm very basic with my movies. I have a formula, and I want it to happen every time. Yeah,
all right. I suppose compared to those movies, I'm basic too. I can't argue, because those movies sometimes go over my head, and I don't like them.
Yeah, if I have to like, put my phone down and fully pay attention to a movie, not in.
Well, that I like doing, but Pan's Labyrinth, I don't know if it was because it was subtitled, maybe. I can't remember, but I was lost on those movies. It doesn't mean they're not good. It's just I was lost.
All right, more important question from a texter. My wife and I just had this discussion yesterday. What is your favorite way to have potatoes?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm mashed and gravy all the way. She loves waffle fries. How about all of you?
See, here's the thing. I think that fries are always a good go-to. I almost think fries shouldn't even be counted as potatoes, even though they're made from a potato. Because you can do potatoes either baked.
Did you just hear what you just said?
I know what I know. I'm sounding like an idiot.
Yes.
I feel like French fries are always good. Like, who's ever going to turn down a fry? But if you're going to do like a different way to do potatoes, like mashed or baked or
tater tots.
I don't know.
Tater tots.
My girlfriend will take a baked potato over any kind of potato.
Same. I love a baked potato.
Over French fries?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
she will not eat French fries. She'll throw the French fries away.
Oh, I can't do it. I consider them two different things, even though they're made from the same thing.
Do you remember that microwave? It was popular for a while. I don't know if it was popular here, but it was definitely popular when I was growing up. But there was the twice baked potatoes, the microwave ones.
Yeah. Oh, the twice bakes are good.
Oh, those would burn the living F out of your mouth, but like they were so good.
You just gotta wait like 30 seconds, Steve.
That's 30 long seconds,
yeah. So that's a different way too. You got baked potatoes, twice baked potatoes. Oh, au gratin.
Yeah, scallop potatoes. Those are great.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, see, that's why I think fries should just be their own category.
No, man, you got to make the tough decisions in life sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Because
I love that the rules lawyer isn't playing the game by the rules.
Yeah,
I made my own rules, and I'm just saying that, like, I like potatoes a certain way outside of fries. Like fries, yeah, I get it. You can, although that to me, there's so many different kind of fries. They should be their own thing. because there's so many different kind of fries. You got curly, you got waffle, you got crinkle cut, you got regular cut. Those are just fries. I mean, so are we going to get that specific and say that's what I like this kind of fry and that's it?
You know what? Actually,
and I can't have any other potato?
Probably the perfect combination between baked potato and French fry is the JoJo.
I was about to say, man, the JoJo is definitely underrated.
I don't even know if I've had a JoJo.
It's like a wedge cut potato.
Yeah. It's basically there's a place down by my house when they were still open that would just basically take a potato, cut it into fours, deep fry it, and there's your JoJo.
Oh, yeah. See, that's not bad either.
So good.
Okay, the JoJo. See, there's so many, and then at that, it's still kind of a potato, right? Because it looks.
It's more potato-y.
Yeah.
Than French fry, I guess.
Yeah. I love mash, though. I'm always going to go mash.
Do you like your little chunks in your mash? Like chunks of potato?
Oh, the lumpy.
I like lumpy.
Yeah, I like it completely
like potato
creamy.
skin kind of. Really?
Yeah. I like it. I like it like a soft serve ice cream potato.
I don't know, man. I think it's more. It feels like it's like just freshly made when there's still lumps in it.
Man, BJ, now you just made it weird for me. Like,
soft serve potato.
Yeah, calling it soft serve potato.
I would like a soft serve potato, please.
Dump it into a waffle cone and eat it.
Oh, how cool would that be? A waffle fry cone.
Whoa.
With a soft serve potato.
Game changer.
That's what they do in movies and shows. They make the ice cream out of mashed potatoes.
I would just eat that so much.
So it doesn't melt.
So good.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it's so good. All right, we have to answer a big question, and it is, of course, about Ryan Castle. What do Ryan Castle and a kindergarten teacher have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a kindergarten teacher have in common?
My favorite subject is nap time.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That's one of the joys of working from home, man. You want to take a nap in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Take a nap in the afternoon.
I love that. You're right about that, buddy. I love those naps.
So both have to deal with a lot of bathroom accidents, well, especially if you're working at home.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. At least I know who they belong to now. Me.
Yeah. Hey, that was a bathroom accident.
They both deal with people who pee their pants.
Oh, right.
I haven't done it in years.
How about this kindergarten teacher in the UK talking about bathroom accidents? She shared a photo on Twitter after she asked her new students to write down the one thing they wanted her to know about them. And one kid wrote, "I take a long time to do a poo. My record is 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow.
So the
my legs would fall asleep.
Yeah. Teacher's like, okay, I got to tell the kids' parents about this because there could be a health concern here. And the parents are like, no, he's fine. God, he was just doing a stupid joke. This kid apparently he likes to prank around. So how about the kid in kindergarten already like pranking and trolling? I love this kid.
I got a job for him in the future.
Right? Yeah, you do. Meanwhile, Ryan Castle, he may be on the toilet or off the toilet, I don't know, but he does have a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
You've never cooked for any of us.
Yeah. I've cooked for Danny.
Yeah. You guys get drunk and try and feed squirrels strawberries.
Okay, they were raccoons and they were cherries.
Oh, same difference. Yeah. No offense to the
same difference to the strawberry community and the squirrel community.
No offense, of course. Yeah. I don't want to get canceled for saying that.
The raccoon community should cancel you right now.
I mean, the Strawberry Guild might come after me. Thanks.
Oh, it's over.
Strawberry Guild.
That's right. Well, listen, there was a Lollipop Guild. Why not a Strawberry Guild?
Right, okay.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.